Hello and welcome to my February update of my no spend challenge year. So yeah, if you've been following this for a little while, I think I started in September of 2016. You already know my circumstance, but if you are new, basically I'm living in a Camp Hill community, which is a community set up for people with developmental disabilities. So it's sort of like a shared life living situation, and you would call what I'm doing volunteering, but I'm also studying as a part of this, so I'm doing something a little bit different. But for the sake of it, I am volunteering, and yeah, I have all my basic needs met. So food and board and my health insurance and just all the basics are covered. And then I get given a stipend check of $174 each month, which is to cover all the extras that isn't already paid for or isn't already like here where I'm living. You know, the food's already here, the house is already here, things like that. So they give you that extra bit of money for if you want to eat out with friends, or if you need to buy more clothes, or if you want to go traveling, or whatever it is, they give you that money. And yeah, I have just wanted to do this so I can save as much of that as possible, so I don't go into my savings while I'm sort of living in this situation. I don't know how long for. And yeah, I've also been trying to live a more like simple and minimal life and be much more aware of like material items that come into my life, and yeah, just trying to minimize that as well, just not wanting to gain lots of things, especially because I'm living internationally and I don't want to then gain all these items that then become like this big burden because I can't take them when I leave here, I guess. So that was another reason I wanted to do it. So yeah, at the beginning I was kind of struggling with it and I was spending quite a bit of money, but I've slowly pulled in the reins, and the last 2 months or 3 months or something like that, I haven't spent any money, you know, not even 50 cents. I was like really good with it. And then this month I have spent a bit of money, and that was due to the fact that on the 1st of February I actually ended up in hospital. Unfortunately, like, I got a really bad stomach bug and I couldn't keep any liquids down. I just kept throwing them up, and I had to go into hospital because I was really dehydrated and I had a drip and things like that. And my boyfriend came with me, and he was like sitting with me like the whole day I was in hospital, but he was kind of hungry and he didn't have any money, so I gave him my card and he went and bought, I know, like $10 worth of food on my card, and that was the only money that was spent. And I didn't, you know, didn't even bat an eyelid over it. You know, it's $10, like, and you know, the circumstance was like, you know, I'm not gonna make the poor guy not eat just because of that challenge kind of thing. So yeah, I'm doing this no spend challenge, but it's very like fluid. It's not like, I'm not, you know, it's too militant about it, because circumstances come up and you're not gonna like say no to the experience or no to like helping someone out or whatever it is when he's, you know, there for me. So that was the only money that I spent this month. And yeah, I mean, it's been really interesting doing this challenge, and I'm really enjoying it because it's taught me something that I probably didn't know before, and that being that you don't necessarily have to spend money to develop connections with people. And I kind of always grew up with this understanding, I guess, that like, you know, if you're gonna hang out with your friends, you're gonna go to the movies with them, you're gonna go shopping, you're gonna go get a meal, you're gonna get cocktails, like, you know, socializing with people is often around like events and spending money or something like that. And I really learned that you can have really awesome friendships, still have a really good time, and still make really good connections with people without having to spend money. You know, I think it's, yeah, of course it's like great that you are able to do that and that you are affluent enough, I don't know if that's the right word, but you have the means to do that. I think that's great, and that you know, you can indulge in that way. But I think don't get, I don't know, like, that's not the only way. You know, you can still have really great friendships and you can still have loads of fun and do really awesome things without having to spend money. And I think that's something that's really, you know, taught me about doing this challenge. And also, like, let's not pacify ourselves. Like, I know, you know, you have a day off or you have some free time, and then you kind of end up going out to eat, or you end up going shopping, and like, you know, that's sort of like, instead of just like, you know, chilling out, like being with yourself, like going for a nice walk or whatever it is, like, instead we have so many distractions, and then we continue to distract ourselves more. And I think not trying to spend money has kind of showed me that a little bit in some way. So that's just one little thought that I have been having recently. But yeah, basically it's yeah, it went pretty well this month. It's still gonna go well, and I think the reason it's going so well and has become, you know, it's just easy for me to not spend money anymore. It's not even something that I necessarily have to think about, and I think that's just because I've totally changed my relationship to it and changed my relationship to like socializing and what does it mean to socialize, and how do you, what are the social expectations in socializing even, and just with my friends and the people that I've met here and with my partner, like we don't feel that that's a way that we need to spend time together. It is a way, but it's not the only way, and I think exploring those other options is really awesome, and it's been teaching me a lot, and I feel like I'm making better connections because we spend more time talking and really being present with one another instead of like eating our food or, you know, window shopping or whatever it is. It's just, or like watching a movie. So it's different, and it's really cool. And yeah, anyway, I have really been enjoying this challenge. If you are giving yourself any limits or whatever it is around money, or you're trying to learn something yourself, like let me know how you're going, and if you've tried anything in the past, what are things that you've learned from doing like a challenge of any shape or form, because I think you can learn so much as soon as you start to put some kind of boundary or limits, or as soon as you change something in your life. You know, everything's always the same, I think, and as soon as you change your environment or your context or whatever it is, you change something, you can learn so much. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!